Shout out to my boy Steezy A. Smith, Calvin Domingo himself, for plugging me with the Mariners hat. What's up, my Squavians? Today, I am telling you guys why Skip Bayless is so utterly wrong about his take on Damian Lillard not being a superstar in the NBA, not being one of the best closers in the NBA. I would argue the best closer in the NBA. 5 seconds left. If I'm down 2 or down 3, I want Damian Lillard taking the shot before anyone else in the NBA. I disagree with Skip Bayless, and here's why. First, be sure to leave in the comment section below how you feel about Skip Bayless's recent beef with Damian Lillard. Whose side are you on? Is Skip Bayless justified in his criticism? Real quick, I'm almost to 300 subscribers. I'm right around the corner. Please help me out. Hit that subscribe button right below. The majority of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel, so if you could do me a huge favor, if you're interested in sports talk, subscribe to my channel. Okay, so what did Skip Bayless exactly say about Damian Lillard? He says that Damian Lillard is not the clutchest player in basketball, that he's not the guy that he wants with 5 seconds left to take the shot, and that he's not a superstar in the NBA. I disagree with all of these statements. First of all, Damian Lillard, after, yes, he missed 2 free throws against the Clippers the other night. He got made fun of by Paul George and by Patrick Beverley, but Damian Lillard was completely justified in everything he said in defense to that situation. Then Skip Bayless goes on national TV, calls him out. Damian Lillard doesn't even get his side of things aired out, so what does he do? He takes it out on the basketball court. The game after he dropped 50 points against Philadelphia in a must-win, he dropped 61, including 9 for 17 from the three-point line, 22 points in the fourth quarter, 8 assists, 18 for 18 from the free throw line, and a game-winning drawn charge at the very end of the game. Skip Bayless tries to discredit everything by talking about the last 2 minutes, how Damian Lillard was lucky to get the charge drawn and lucky to have that deep three-pointer fall down the basket. Yeah, luck always is part of the game of basketball. Now, would you rather feel good about losing a game, or would you rather feel bad about winning? There was no luck involved in his 18 for 18 free throws. There was no luck involved in him getting more than 60 points and needing every single one of them in order to keep up with the high-scoring Dallas Mavericks. Skip Bayless referred back to the Western Conference Finals from last year, and he's holding that against Damian Lillard. Here's what's so wrong with that statement. Anyone that watched those playoffs last year knows that Damian Lillard was getting absolutely bullied. Now, 2 things are very important right here. Number 1, I am from the standpoint that I believe size is one of the most important things in basketball that people do not understand and people underestimate. What do I mean? Well, the hoop isn't 5 feet in the air, it's 10 feet in the air. So people that have an advantage with their size and their height and their physical ability to manifest their will against a defensive player have an advantage over the smaller guys. That's part of the reason why I say LeBron is the GOAT over MJ. LeBron physically can do things that MJ could never do. It's not because MJ didn't put in the work or didn't want to. It's that LeBron is the type of animal that MJ is not. The other point that proves his statement so false, I was at Game 5 last year where Damian Lillard hit the shot over Paul George, and while that was definitely the story and the takeaway, down the stretch of that ball game, Damian Lillard ended up with 50 points in that game after hitting the final shot. But the narrative before that moment, the Blazers weren't supposed to win that game. With about 8 minutes, they were down about 12 points. They slowly scratched and clawed their way back into the game. They should have 3 or 4 more 4-point plays than they even had, because Damian Lillard was knocking down threes while getting fouled that weren't getting called, and it was as if the NBA, and I'm not saying that they were, but it seemed like the NBA wanted OKC to win that game. Damian Lillard never gets the respect that a lot of other stars do. He gets roughed up, he gets fouled ridiculously, and there's nothing he can do based on his size. Well, last year in the Western Conference Finals, well, yes, they didn't have KD. First of all, the Golden State Warriors were a championship team without KD. So it's not hard to go back to your championship form without a guy that you didn't need to win a championship in the first place. Second of all, they were just completely trapping Damian Lillard down the stretch of those games. Yes, they had a chance to win every single game down the stretch, but the entire defense was about Damian Lillard. It was practically a box and one. CJ McCollum was crucial in that series with Denver because Denver was so focused on Lillard. McCollum stepped up big in Game 7 and helped propel them to a victory. Whereas in the conference finals, every single fourth quarter, McCollum completely disappeared. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, CJ McCollum only attempted 1 shot. had 2 points and had a -11 ±. Fourth quarter of game 2, 1 for 5 from the 3-point line, 6 points and a -6 ± in the fourth quarter. Game 3, fourth quarter, CJ McCollum was 2 for 6 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, 6 total points and a -8 ±. Game 4 was his worst game yet. In the fourth quarter, 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 3 from 3, -7 ± and 0 points. That's Robin to Damian's Batman. CJ McCollum without Damian Lillard is Juju Smith-Schuster without Antonio Brown. With AB, Smith-Schuster was the MVP of the team and a Pro Bowler for his first time. Without AB, Juju had a third of the catches for a third of the yards. That's CJ without Damian Lillard. Why? The entire defense has to focus on Lillard. Lillard makes the defense adapt to him and creates shots and looks for everyone around him because of how proficient he is. Skip Bayless, when talking about Lillard, talks about what he should have done better, and it's a narrative thing with him. How the assist late in the game to Hassan Whiteside was only because Kristaps Porzingis fouled out, and it was an easy pass to make. First of all, it's not an easy pass. You're in the NBA and you have a very big man running towards you. Second of all, if it's someone that Skip Bayless likes making the play, Skip Bayless gives him the credit. Oh, what a phenomenal play to get their guy open. Whereas with Damian Lillard, it's a completely different story. So I completely disagree with Skip's take on Damian Lillard, that he's not top 10 in the NBA, that he's not the best closer in the NBA, and that he's not a superstar in the NBA. I would say the opposite to all three, and I would argue that Damian Lillard, with 5 seconds left, down 2 or down 3, is the guy that I want taking the shot. Let it be known that I am challenging Skip Bayless to debate me on this topic. Probably never gonna see this video, but if he does, you're on. I'm almost to 300 subscribers. Please subscribe to this video. Get me to 300 as I continue to bust out videos about controversial topics in the world of sports. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about the Damian Lillard versus Skip Bayless, Patrick Beverley, Paul George beef. As always, go Cougs.